We put a lot of prep into this initially, and we really wanted it to work, and I think that kind of showed from... You're right there, dude.
I'm getting bitten by ants.
Right, little stand up. You find yourself fat. So yeah, there was a lot of prep that went into it, and then hopefully that showed from...
Well, the weird thing with the first one is like, that was the first time we were like sort of nervous about a set. That's not in an arrogant way, but when you do it a lot, you kind of get into a bit of a sort of like a bit of a routine, I suppose. And then because we're pushed outside of our comfort zone, as such, we really want it meant a lot. It meant a lot because we were changing the way we were playing just house and disco, but also we were doing it at Space, we were doing it in Ibiza. There were all these factors that kind of built up all the pressure to make it. It took us out of our comfort zone. We put a lot of prep into it, and that for me is a brilliant thing, because like anything that takes you outside your comfort zone, ultimately you're a bit better after it, you know. And
also there's an element of us like, essentially we're warming up for our guest, and you know that was certainly the case last time we played at the opening a couple of weeks ago. We had Greg Wilson after us, and you know we were really concerned about respecting his music policy, and we didn't want to completely thrash
there's
out
nothing worse than
beforehand.
someone who comes on and just plays like something that's totally disrespectful to the person who plays after, especially at Space, where the flow of music is something that's really relevant.
Shall I just continue? Yeah, I did loads of re-edits of old Italo records, really scoured the internet and for lots of new tunes to play, and yeah, there's a good like couple of days work went into the set. You know, that first sort of 45 minutes of it was really a lot of running through different ways of putting the tunes together, and so in that respect it was amazing as well, because that hard work sort of paid off in the hour and a half I had tonight. You know, so often I go and do gigs and you know, do a peak time slot, and there's not a lot of room for subtlety. You know, you kind of it's keeping energy all the way. So tonight was a real revelation for me, and it was kind of a challenge. I was really nervous having to do something a bit different and you know, play a lot of records I never played out before. But it was really rewarding, like one of the most rewarding gigs I've ever done, to really feel the room build from like 110 BPM disco to...
into music, you tend to kind of track down the person who's making it. So yeah, a lot of the time what you'll see at Moda parties is people we think are hot, and if they're not necessarily big name DJs already, we think they're going to be. And yeah, I think a lot of the time that's what happens.
And we've kind of mixed it up with names that you might know, names you might not know, you know. So like next week we've got the Magician playing one of his first sets in Ibiza. He's, well, on his own. He used to be in Aeroplane with Vito, and now he's doing his own thing. So it's really exciting, and you know, there's Retrograde coming up, Russ Chimes. And
so as a matter of dedication, the Magician, he dresses as a magician.
But he's got a bespoke suit with shorts.
Especially for this.
Shorts instead of a full suit. So he's wearing shorts, jacket, bow tie, wand.
Obviously.
So he might throw your wand. He might get his wand out.
He does, yeah, he gives his wand to some, like, a lucky person. I'm not going to say lady, because it might not be a lady, and he's open-minded, isn't he?
Well, After Dark is obviously it's After Dark. Well, it's a concept that was born from last year, from 2010, from an almost know, it was an unplanned series of DJ sets on the Sunset Terrace.
It's been really funny playing with Doris. I've known him for a while. I've never played with him before, but his tunes he's playing now, I was just like, what? Where did you get these records from? It's just like, it's like a Greek wedding 1 minute, and it's like some sort of African tribal thing next. Amazing.
I was asked to bring other artists into the fold during the 16 weeks that we love are here at Space on Ibiza, and basically, yeah, I believe it's just adding a new string to the already large We Love bow.
What do I bring, Chris?
I don't know. What does Mo'funk bring to the table? No, he brings a lot of technical skill, a lot of music I don't have, and a lot of music that works very well with my music that I might not necessarily put with it, but it works very well. And as I said, technically, there isn't. I don't think there's another DJ on the island like him.
Check that out.
Seriously,
Props and a half.
but it's true. And people like Quantic, for instance, when I got Will Holland over, it was unbelievable. It was a dream come true, and he brought a complete unique sound of South America.
Yeah, I guess there's a place for everything in Ibiza. That's the beauty of it. It's a kind of place where people come to let go, and in the letting go, there's a lot of expression, I guess. And I'm sure there is a place.
Well, I didn't. To be honest, I didn't think that I was ever gonna play on the terrace anyway. Full stop. So that was a surprise in itself. And then obviously, the natural following was Mo to come and play with us, me, together, and do our 4-deck show there. And yeah, the fact that it has turned the success of it last year, yeah, it was just, I don't know, I'd have never even thought I'd be running or curating anything in Ibiza. So yeah, no, it's a massive, a pleasant surprise. Musically, we're different, but our styles gel well together. So
there's not many DJs on the island that kind of do the sounds that we do. So I think it was best that we joined forces, join like Voltron, and we created something really unique. In particular with the DJ thing, like, I think everyone gives praise to all the guys that tour here, or the big wigs who come here for a gig or so, but I give all my love and respect to the resident DJs of the island, because we work every night, every day with Chris, and we have music that like none of those guys could compete with.